It's cocktail time!
My name is Christina, and you're watching my channel, Let's Do Something Real.
Today with this lovely lady by my side, my bestie Casey, we are going to whip up some delicious concoctions. Each one is going to have one component that was grown in one of our gardens.
I am never in front of a camera. I'm always behind the camera.
Right? So we're using components from our garden because clearly it's fall, it's Halloween kind of season, it's harvest season, and it's really fun to just kind of play around with the versatility of plants. And this is just a really fun way to use up some of the things that might need to get used. Like, we're gonna make them into cocktails because, I mean, cocktails are fun.
And it's almost Halloween.
And almost Halloween. And I get to do it with this lady, and she's just awesome. So everything is good.
Alright.
Okay. Alright, we are both very ready to get a drink in us. Okay, so rosemary gin fizz is the first drink that we are going to be concocting. Pomegranate, which is very festive, and it's also got rosemary. I love rosemary.
Yeah.
It's like always there for you.
Well, it has so many health benefits too.
So many health benefits. It's good for, let's see, headaches and indigestion. Good stuff. Lots of other things too. I think it's like an antibacterial, antifungal.
It's great for your hair.
It's good for hair too.
Yeah.
We start with rosemary simple syrup. Which is so good. Super easy to make, like tea.
So what's your process? You just throw some rosemary in a pot and then with some sugar and water and cook it
So
down?
you boil the water, you add the sugar, and then after the sugar is dissolved, I usually turn it down to low, but I put the rosemary in while it's still super hot.
Okay.
And then I close the lid on it and I let it sit for like an hour.
Oh.
Like steep kind of
Oh,
thing.
okay.
Oh, that smells
Yeah.
like real rosemary.
Oh, yeah.
So we're doing 1 ounce of this, and this is a 2-ounce shot glass. So I'm doing about half. For you.
Thanks.
Oh, where's our third glass? Our cameraman needs one. Where'd it go? You've got it in your hand! 1.5 ounces of gin. So again, this is a 2-ounce, so I'm gonna about 3/4 of the way. That might be a little more. You can have that one.
That's fine. 2 ounces of pomegranate juice.
So look at you go. Ooh,
I don't have any experience when it comes to drinking.
Technically, this recipe calls for half a cup of club soda, but we're just gonna fill it,
Yeah.
cause yeah. And then I like a splash of lemon in mine,
Okay. So this is the
which is not part of the recipe either.
which of course Christina has done fresh.
Fresh lemon juice is so good. I love it. Okay, I feel.
Here we go.
Oh yeah. Oh, this says the kids are now in bed.
Yes. Now,
I just love this rosemary gin fizz because it is so versatile and easy. I can adapt it to fit any season because rosemary is an evergreen herb. In the spring and summer, I omit the pomegranate and drop in a couple of fresh borage flowers, and it looks and tastes amazing. And because rosemary is such a staple holiday herb, it goes really well with a Thanksgiving or even a Christmas dinner. And I might even experiment with switching out the pomegranate juice with cranberry or orange juice over this holiday. But for now, this recipe is absolutely perfect for the fall and spooky season. And of course, an eyeball garnish leaves no room for interpretation that this version is a Halloween cocktail through and through.
So this one we decided to call a pumpkin harvest. We wanted to do something with pumpkins because I have so many of them growing out in my garden this year, and it's pretty quick and easy to make a pumpkin puree.
split the pumpkin in half, throw it in the oven, and then scrape it out and blend it. So, or put it in a food processor. Well, it calls for pumpkin butter. We're kind of...
We could not find pumpkin butter.
No, so we're improvising with the pumpkin puree, and then at Trader Joe's I did find something called pumpkin spread. I imagine it's similar, but we're gonna give that a shot.
Okay, I'm gonna put this on this so that we can rim our glasses.
Yeah.
I don't have any, I'll just lick it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can use your lime juice or something like that.
It's my glass.
That's true. It's not so bad.
It's not so bad. It's okay.
Alright, so we're gonna do some pumpkin spread and some pumpkin butter.
2 to 3 tablespoons. So what do you think?
2 to 3
Maybe like
tablespoons. So I'm thinking like
half and half?
yeah.
Half. Because we're kind of pumpkin buttering.
Yes. So there's that. You want to give me your glass and then. Oh, 1.5 ounces of spiced rum. There are probably more official ways of doing this.
Totally.
Splash of lime
juice, which is a very technical measurement.
Yes. This one also, like the recipe when I was reading about it, said that it was a good one to make for kids obviously without the rum. The pumpkin spread does have a bit of like kind of chunky bits to it, so that might be kind of interesting.
It's Halloween.
Yeah.
Chunky bits are a thing.
What is Halloween without some chunky bits?
Not some chunky bits. Garnish is going.
Oh yeah. So I brought with me some dried orange slices from my my herbal cabinet.
Right.
I use these in things like tea.
And they're super pretty too.
Yeah, I use them actually for wrapping, like gift wrap in the winter. It's so cute to like hang a dried orange and maybe a cinnamon stick with some twine off of a package. And then we're just gonna pop a little cinnamon stick in there.
These are short.
They are kind of short.
That's okay. We'll drink it down. You can see it better.
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
All right, here goes nothing.
We haven't tried this one.
No. And it's a little experimental with our.
Oh, it's good.
Right. Yeah, that's really good. Actually,
Ooh, I'm very surprised.
me too.
With our concoction being a little bit askew, but it's delish.
Oh, I really like that. So it's got a nice pumpkin flavor. You can
Yeah.
definitely taste the cinnamon.
Better make one for the camera now.
Yes.
So this drink was highly experimental. It was loosely based on a recipe we found online, but we changed so many things about it that it was pretty much unrecognizable. That one was a whiskey based, but since Casey is not a whiskey girl, we went with the spiced rum, and it worked out really well. Also, we improvised since we didn't have pumpkin butter, but that worked out surprisingly well too. This drink had great pumpkin flavor and a nice cinnamon kick. Great for the whole fall season. And it just goes to show that sometimes things work out best when they don't go exactly to plan.
Spicy cocktail time. I love me a spicy cocktail.
Right here at the end of the season is such a great time, like to just collect the rest of the peppers out of the garden. And then, so we've been trying to find various ways to use them up. And
I'm really excited for this cocktail. It's a jalapeno tequila deliciousness. I don't even, what's it called? Do you know? Should we make up a name?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it kind of lends towards like a Frankenstein thing because it's all green.
Yes.
There's limes, there's jalapeno, there's cucumber. It's all pretty green.
And agave comes from a plant.
Yeah.
Which is green. Which is green.
Yeah.
But yeah, I last night I actually cut up some jalapenos, and this has been infusing for a little more than 24 hours now.
Yeah. Jalapenos are pretty potent. I was reading that you can infuse for as little as an hour and it will still collect some of the flavor. But obviously, like longer, you're gonna get more flavor.
Beautiful cucumber juice.
It smells so good.
So we're doing 2 ounces of cucumber juice. So this is a full one of these guys. Ooh, tequila time.
Well, and the cucumber will help cool down some of the spice too, I think.
I got this.
You can use this later too to make jalapeno margaritas. Yeah.
I would strain the jalapenos out. Let's see, let's try that again. Okay, this is happening.
Maybe you just end up with a floating jalapeno. I don't know.
Floating jalapeno. Ooh, bad name.
This one I think has the most alcohol in it.
Yeah.
With the 2
Also, it's tequila, so this is really high proof too, because I went to the liquor store and I was like, hey, what's a good tequila for infusing? And then she was like, the first thing she said was, okay, so you need a really high alcohol content. And I was like, good. So this one has the most alcohol as far as ratio goes to the rest of the stuff in the drink. Also, the content of this alcohol is going to be.
So you need 1 ounce of lime juice.
1 ounce of lime juice. Blend. Again, this is your 2 ounce shot glass.
Work with what you have.
Agave. 3/4 of an ounce.
I would just
do a teaspoon.
Just pour a bit in there and see how it goes.
Blue.
Ooh. Alright, we're gonna pop a lime as a garnish.
There we go. Alrighty.
And I don't know, is it a fiery Frankenstein?
This is actually pretty cute. It honestly looks a little bit summery.
It does a little bit.
And with the cucumber.
But I like the green. It smells
a little
good.
summery. But seriously, great use of like some of the last season's jalapenos and what?
It's spicy.
Put more cucumber.
Yeah. The cameraman will not want one of these.
Ooh.
It's good. It's pretty spicy.
I like spice.
So if you can take the heat, infuse your tequila overnight. If you can't take the heat, then stay out of the kitchen. Yeah, no, just do it like for an hour.
It's a Frankenrita.
A Frankenrita, there we go.
I don't know what we call it. You guys name it.
Put your names in the comments below. Subscribe, ring the bell.
Personally, I loved this bright green, fresh and light cocktail, and I just love the spicy kick. The cucumber does a good job of cooling the spice from the jalapeno tequila, and like we mentioned, you can always infuse it for less time to have a less intense spice factor. It might have been a bit too much heat for some people, but for me, I don't often get to indulge in drinks that meet my spice tolerance, so it was a welcome treat. However, I think I will experiment with adapting it to meet a more widely accepted level of spice.
Okay, witch's brew.
Witch's Brew.
Witch's brew. All right, 2 ounces of apple cider. I do have an apple tree in my backyard. When I was growing up, I had like a little green apple. It was like little green kind of crab apples. Yeah. Though we didn't do much with those, though. I will be
They're good for
honest.
some stuff.
We mostly, as kids, we would just climb the tree and like, we literally would just like pick the underripe apples and like chuck them at each other. So
That was 2 ounces of apple cider, right?
yes, 2 2 ounces of apple cider, 2 ounces of pomegranate juice. 1 ounce of pomegranate juice.
1 ounce orange juice.
1 ounce orange juice.
Oh,
half
ginger.
a teaspoon of grated ginger.
I love ginger.
Yes. Oh my gosh, and it's so good for you. Well, it's great for digestion.
I'm sure it has multiple beautiful things.
Apple vodka.
Ooh, ice cubes. I like it, man. See, witches are nice.
Witches are nice.
Yeah. Witch finger in there.
Do you put the whole finger in there?
Yup.
Okay. It looks like fingers. They got ice in there. Close your drink. Also looks creepy. That is so cool. Okay.
Oh, that's the best.
That is so fun. Oh my god.
It's legit bubbling. What am I supposed to do with this?
That is so cool.
It's bubbling like a cauldron. I love it.
Dry ice just makes things
So cool.
cool. Yeah.
Eh? Cheers. It's very appley.
I like it. I think it's a little on the sweet side.
Almost don't need the vodka to be apple vodka. It could be regular vodka, and I would say that that would be just fine because this apple cider is sweet enough, and the orange juice.
How does the dry ice taste?
It doesn't really
doesn't
add
taste-
a flavor at all.
It doesn't taste so.
No,
it's so
but the
cool, though.
sound of it is so cool. I like the little bits of ginger that come up to like.
I like ginger, right?
Yep. Okay, let's make one of these for the cameraman.
Cameraman's turn.
While this drink was a bit intense on the apple flavor and therefore a little on the sweet side, I can see how it could very easily be modified to balance that out. As it is, even with the sweetness, it is still very delicious and ideal for the season since apple is such a staple fall flavor. These witch finger ice cubes are super easy to make. I just filled dollar store witch fingers with water and popped them in the freezer. And of course, dry ice makes everything instantly spooky and fun.
Okay. I love a spicy cocktail. So I really liked the jalapeno tequila one.
It was so refreshing.
If you're like me and you love spice, but everybody else that you live with is not a huge spice fan.
I would say though that like both of us who don't enjoy spice drank the entire drink. So,
But I have to say, like, I just love the rosemary gin.
I know rosemary gin fizz is like a classic. Also one that is great for summer. Rosemary is year
All year.
round, so you can really doctor it up for any season. I think my favorite though, honestly, like out of all the drinks we made tonight, I really liked the pumpkin one.
That was surprisingly delicious.
I wasn't expecting it to be very good, honestly, because we were kind of concocting this weird, like, didn't have a pumpkin butter thing, but it was really good.
The witch's brew was good. I would say that the vodka did not need to be apple.
It was
Sweeter.
also on the sweet side.
Sweet side.
Yes.
And for me, sweet drinks equals puking. Maybe the apple cider would have been enough. And the regular vodka. Yeah, it was fun. Fun to be in costume.
I feel like she'll do the hocus pocus.
What was it?
I don't know.
The I don't know.
I don't know. They all bite their tongues.
Thank you guys so much for watching. It was so fun to get spooky and try some new cocktails with my bestie. If you had fun and want to be notified when I put out new videos, be sure to like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot and is always appreciated. Have a great holiday and make sure to get happy. See you in the next video.